These are pictures of Offutt Air Force Base in Nebraska underwater. Several buildings remain submerged today after more than a third of the base, including the headquarters and a large portion of the runway, flooded last week. Preliminary estimates to fully repair the base are in the tens of millions of dollars and expected to take months. And Offutt is just one of the many areas through America's river and plain states devastated by recent flooding, and now looking at a spring flood map that looks like this. Then there was last October. This is what Tyndall Air Force Base in Florida looks like after Hurricane Michael. That'll take about $3 billion and up to 5 years to repair, according to officials. The damage at Tyndall included 17 F-22s that were left on base during the storm, representing about 10% of the military's entire fleet of F-22s, which cost north of $300 million apiece. Okay. So that's what our current climate reality looks like, after average temperatures have risen just 1.1 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. And we are on track for an up to 5-degree rise by the end of the century, unless we absolutely transform the way we do everything. So when people say the Green New Deal or tackling the climate crisis would be expensive, just look at the alternatives. That's why this week we're hosting a special event on the Green New Deal with the freshman congresswoman who's been one of its chief architects. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez will be in my and her home borough, the Bronx, to talk about what it would mean to take seriously the climate crisis and meet this civilizational challenge. Don't miss it this Friday, right here at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.